Now, we know there's been a strong push to keep the economy down, to make sure that the economy doesn't flourish. We know we're in an election year. I mean, you just start to put all the pieces together. It's not that difficult to figure out. And I know in the past, the central bank was in control. The deep state players, the mainstream media, they were in control of the economic system. Since Trump came into office, things have changed. Remember, we were on a track, and we were following this track where we were on a globalist central bank system. They had the TPP. They had everything in place. And the first thing that Trump did when he came into office, he got rid of it. Think about what he has gotten rid of since he's been in office. Think about the deregulation. Think about the tax cuts. There's a reason why all of this is being done. He's removing the central bank globalist system. He's setting up the new economic system. He's trying to undo everything the central bank, the globalists, have been doing for a very long time. Now, a lot of people are looking at this and they're saying, well, we have this bill that has going to be passed. It's $2 trillion. We have one side putting all their stuff into it, but we have to remember we're under a national emergency. Remember what happened when Trump wanted to build the wall with the national emergency? What did he do with the funds? He was able to allocate it any way he wanted. It didn't matter what they wanted. We were under a national emergency. We are now under a national emergency. And we know that Trump is trying to get the needed funds to the people as much as he possibly can. This is not going to the banking system. This is not going and being funneled to the elite. These funds from this stimulus package is going to be going to Main Street. Now, as we know, Steve Mnuchin, he was out there and he was letting everyone know that the people most likely will get their check in the mail within 3 weeks. And this is going to assist the everyday person. This is going to assist businesses. Now think about what the Fed has done. They have brought the interest rates down to zero. They have started stimulus. Now remember, this was not their plan when Trump took office. The central bank plan was to bring down the system. They were raising rates during this period. They were contracting. They were unloading everything from their balance sheet. That was the plan at that time. Trump and the Patriots, they needed to stop this. All these statistics that we've been looking at for a very long time, at this point, they are all completely manipulated. Look what happened to the market. All of a sudden, the market was taking a dive. Everyone was looking at this. The mainstream media was making a big deal. The financial pundits were out there saying this thing is going to hit 14, 13, 12,000 points. Then it's game over. Look how quickly the market was able to go back up. Look how quickly gold rallied and started to climb. Look how quickly everything changed. Everything the financial pundits were talking about, everything the mainstream media was talking about, that there was nothing that's going to stop this. Well, at this time, it seems that it has stopped. Remember, a lot of billionaires, a lot of these individuals that wanted the system to come down, they were dumping their stocks by the billions to bring the market down. In the end, Trump knew he had to deflate this bubble. In the end, Trump knew that the bubble that the central bank has blown up because they were contracting, they were raising rates. He knew that if he didn't deflate it, bring it down to where we are today, and we might even be in a recession right now because of what just happened. Think about the second quarter numbers. Think about the amount of people that aren't working. This actually plays into what Trump and the Patriots are going to do. Is it a good thing? Absolutely not. Who caused this? The central bankers. Why? Their system's imploding. Trump, he was able to get Congress to create a stimulus package where these funds are going to be sent to the people. Think about 2008, 2009. We were in this crash, and Congress at the time, they voted for this stimulus package. How many people received a check? How many businesses got a loan at 0%? And I'm not talking about AIG or the banks. I'm talking about the small businesses so they could stay afloat. None. A lot of small businesses closed down. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people weren't able to make it. I remember people sleeping under bridges in tents. And for a lot of people, that hasn't changed. We are now moving out of a central bank system. Trump needed a way to make Congress, to make the world, the country, businesses, they all needed to see that the globalist system was not a benefit to the people. He used this central bank deep state crisis to his advantage. Now, of course, as we can see, there are still those individuals that do not want the U.S. to open up for business. They want it to stay closed, not just for 1 month, not just for 2 months. Some are saying we should be closed for a year. What do you think is going to happen to the economy if we do that? It would be a complete and utter disaster. Think about what the central banks wanted. Did they want a Mad Max scenario? Did they want chaos in the economy? Yeah, they did. This is what they were planning on. This is all part of their plan. This is why they're trying to keep the economy shut down. Trump understands this. He knows the economy cannot stay closed for that long. This is why he's already mentioned and started the narrative that the economy must open up once again. He's saying it should open up by Easter. Seems like a magical date. He has done this on purpose. He's already started the narrative. People want to go back to work. People do not want to sit in their homes. People would like to be productive. Trump, those working with him, they understand this. The central bank is trying to hold off. Their entire plan to bring down this economic system has already failed. Everything is going to be switched around. We're going to see the market move up with the rates down to 0 to 25 basis points, with the Fed pushing stimulus. Trump now has introduced the drug into the system. The drug into the system, again, will only last so long. We know this. We know that the central bank establishment, their system that we're in today, is not going to go on forever. Eventually, it will crash. But the important thing to note is that it has to be done on the timeline of the Patriots. We're going to enter a new economic system. We are going to transition into a new system. And once we start to make that move, once we start to move into the new economic system that's being built, because remember, there's a parallel system that is being built today, just like we had in the 70s. We had a gold-backed system, and we had a petrodollar system that were running at the same time. Now, a lot of people didn't know about the petrodollar system because the news wasn't out there saying, hey, by the way, Kissinger's in the Middle East. He's making deals with all the different Middle Eastern states where they're going to sell their oil using the dollar, and eventually we're going to be coming off the gold standard. They didn't make that announcement. They used a cover story of gold speculators, and they used this so it made sense to come off the gold standard. But did it really make sense? No, it didn't. What they really did is they wanted us on the petrodollar system. The same thing is happening right now. Trump and the Patriots, they've been building the parallel economic system that has to do with trade, deregulation, the removal of taxes. They've been doing this, and they reached a point where they needed to show the world why the globalist structure, the central bank structure, does not work for the people. Because look what happens when something happens in the world. Everything freezes up. Now he has all the businesses, he has countries all on the same side, he has Congress on the same side. What does this allow him to do? It allows him to push his agenda forward, pushing everyone away from the central bank, pushing everyone away from the globalist system. What has he done? He has awakened everyone to the economic situation that we've been in, letting everyone know that this situation should never happen again. And the people are going to know very, very soon that everything is about to change. That everything that we've known about the economy, everything that we've known about money, everything we have known about how currency is created, all of that, everything that we've been brainwashed to think, it's about to change. And Trump is going to slowly bring us into this new economic reality. But first, they had to get rid of the globalist system. They had to redo the trade system. They had to wake Congress up. They had to wake the people up. They had to wake businesses up so we can move from this central bank globalist system into a new system. And that day is coming.